The ancient secrets of Stoicism, a philosophy that has traversed time, shaping minds and spirits for centuries. Stoicism, which was born in ancient Greece and later developed in Rome, is not just a set of ideas, it is a practical way of living. Its relevance endures to this day because it offers effective tools to face difficulties and cultivate peace amidst modern chaos. This chaos leads us to mediocrity, making us downcast and apprehensive about life's adversities. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the demands of daily life? Have you ever had the impression that no matter how much effort you put in, things slip out of your control? If the answer is yes, know that you are not alone. This is where Stoicism presents itself as a beacon of hope. This philosophy teaches us to differentiate between what we can and cannot control, enhancing our ability to focus on our own actions and attitudes that are under our domain. Let's explore the practices and historical teachings, showing how they can be applied in everyday life. From how Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, used his thoughts to strengthen his resilience in the face of the empire's challenges, to how Epictetus, a former slave, taught his followers to free themselves from their own internal limitations through understanding and acceptance of the nature of things. And have you ever wondered how Stoicism can transform your life for the better? It is essential to understand and apply Stoic practices in your daily life to see real and lasting changes. So let's exercise this desire for real and lasting changes. Comment, I focus on myself and achieve the extraordinary. Leave this comment, and I will leave a heart to show that you are on the right path to incredible things. Now that you have commented, let's continue. By adopting these practices, you will not only better face adversities, but also begin to see life in a new way. You will be able to free yourself from the small things that once took away your peace and cultivate a life full of gratitude and meaning. Prepare yourself for a transformative journey of self-discovery and personal strengthening. This video is not just a history lesson, it is a guide to personal transformation. By understanding and applying Stoic principles, you will see significant changes in your life. Changes that will not only help you live more joyfully, but also become a source of strength and inspiration for those around you. Therefore, adjust your focus. Prepare your mind and heart, for we are about to explore how the wisdom of over 2,000 years can be incredibly relevant and transformative in today's world. Let's discover together how Stoicism can help you live more fully and focused, confidently navigating life's storms. Embark with us on this journey of growth and discover how to achieve ataraxia in your own life. So, without further ado, let's dive into the lessons of Stoicism, exploring every aspect of this fascinating philosophy that promises to strengthen your spirit, calm your mind, and transform your way of living. The art of ataraxia. Ataraxia, in the context of Stoicism, is much more than simply tranquility. It is the pursuit of an unshakable inner peace, a state of serenity that transcends the fluctuations of everyday life. For the Stoics, achieving ataraxia meant reaching a level of emotional equilibrium where nothing could disturb the tranquility of the spirit. This concept is fundamental to understanding how the Stoics viewed the world and how they sought to live their lives. The term ataraxia comes from Greek and means without disturbance. For the Stoics, this did not imply the absence of problems or challenges, but rather the ability to remain mentally balanced and serene, regardless of external circumstances. True peace, according to them, does not come from trying to control the external world, but from controlling one's own response to it. The pursuit of ataraxia involved deep reflection on the nature of things and developing an attitude of acceptance toward what we cannot change. The Stoics advocated that we must work to have a clear perception of reality, thus avoiding disturbances caused by unrealistic expectations or an inadequate understanding of life's events. Contemplation of the nature of things. The Stoics believed that understanding the nature of the universe and our role within it was essential for living in harmony. They practiced what they called physical contemplation, which involved reflecting on the natural order of the world and the interconnectedness of all things. This helped cultivate a sense of acceptance about life's events, as everything is part of a larger, more complex plan. Distinction between what is and what is not controllable. A central principle of Stoicism is the division between what is and what is not under our control. The Stoics emphasized the importance of focusing our energies on areas of life over which we have some influence, primarily our own attitudes and behaviors. This reduces frustration and increases personal efficacy, as it avoids expending energy on unalterable matters. Daily reflection exercises. The Stoics practiced daily examination, which involved reflecting on the day's actions, evaluating what was done well and what could be improved. This practice not only strengthened character and moral resolution, but also helped keep the mind focused and serene, aware of progress on the journey to living according to Stoic principles. Mastering the will. Within the Stoic context, mastering the will is not simply a matter of self-discipline or willpower in the conventional sense. It is a deep alignment between our desires, our actions, and the ethical and rational principles that guide our existence. For the Stoics, true mastery of the will manifests when we can act consistently with our reason, even in the face of external adversities or conflicting internal desires. The will, for the Stoics, is what allows us to maintain control over our own actions and reactions, enabling us to live a virtuous life, independent of emotional turbulence or external conditions. This concept of will is intrinsically linked to the concept of prohairesis, which Epictetus defined as the faculty of the mind that exercises judgment and decision. According to him, it is the most critical element of our humanity, the core of our ability to respond autonomously to life situations. Autonomy and internal freedom. The first step to mastering the will is developing strong internal autonomy. This means cultivating a spirit of independence from external circumstances. The Stoics taught that we should be free from passions like anger, pride, and envy, which are caused by an erroneous or exaggerated perception of the importance of external things like wealth. Instead, we should find freedom in adhering to reason and seeking virtue. Consistency and integrity. For the Stoics, mastering the will also means being consistent in our values and behaviors. This involves personal integrity, where your actions reflect your deepest beliefs, even when no one is watching. This consistency is what solidifies character and allows a person to be trustworthy and respected within their community. Detachment from results. An important element in mastering the will is the ability to detach from the outcomes of our actions. The Stoics believed that we should do our best within our capacities, while accepting that the final result may not be under our control. This detachment does not imply a lack of effort or apathy, but rather a calm acceptance that some variables are beyond our domain. Practical exercises of self-control. The Stoics were great advocates of practical exercises to strengthen the will. For example, they might deliberately choose to live more simply for a period, abstaining from unnecessary comforts, to test their ability to remain serene and joyful even in less ideal conditions. These exercises not only strengthened the will, but also helped reevaluate life's true needs. Continuous philosophical reflection. Finally, mastering the Stoic will involves a commitment to continuous reflection. The Stoics did not see philosophy as a set of abstract ideas, but as a practical guide to living well. This meant regularly dedicating time to contemplate and assess whether their actions were aligned with the Stoic principles of justice, courage, moderation, and wisdom. By cultivating and mastering the will, we not only become masters of our own lives, but also acquire tools to positively influence those around us. This mastery is not an isolated achievement, but a continuous process of growth and self-development that lasts a lifetime. Acceptance and resilience. Acceptance and resilience are fundamental pillars of Stoicism, essential for navigating the complexities and challenges of life. Acceptance, in this context, does not refer to passivity in the face of adversity, but to a deep understanding that certain situations are beyond our control. Resilience, on the other hand, is the ability to recover and adapt in the face of changes and difficulties, maintaining a state of inner strength. Both concepts are interconnected and fundamental to developing a balanced and content life. The value of Stoic acceptance. Acceptance for the Stoics begins with recognizing that the world does not operate according to our personal desires. Epictetus, one of the great sages of Stoicism, taught that it is not events themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. Therefore, changing our perception and reaction to events is more effective than trying to control the uncontrollable. The Stoics used acceptance as a tool to disarm negative emotions. By accepting that only certain things are under our control, mainly our own actions and reactions, we can free ourselves from many of the sources of stress and anxiety we face. This liberating acceptance does not eliminate pain or challenge, but fundamentally alters how we interact with them, promoting greater serenity and emotional balance. Building resilience through Stoic practice. Resilience, on the other hand, is cultivated through continuous practice and a commitment to personal growth. The Stoics understood that true strength does not come from avoiding adversity, but from knowing how to face it with courage and integrity. For this, they proposed several exercises. Preparation for adversities. A common practice among the Stoics was the premeditation of evils, which involves visualizing adverse scenarios and mentally preparing for them. This practice aims to lessen the emotional impact when such events actually occur, as well as to strengthen the mind to deal with future challenges. Daily review. As part of their commitment to continuous improvement, the Stoics reflected on their actions at the end of each day. This daily review helped identify failures and successes, reinforcing positive behaviors and adjusting those that needed improvement. Exercises of discomfort. Voluntarily, the Stoics often exposed themselves to conditions of discomfort to strengthen their psychological resilience. Fasting, for example, was a way to remind oneself that hunger is not as unbearable as it seems, and that the ability to endure it is greater than supposed. The interconnection between acceptance and resilience. Acceptance and resilience are complementary. Acceptance teaches us to recognize and adapt to life's realities, while resilience provides the strength to persist and thrive despite these realities. Together, these practices strengthen the spirit, equipping us with tools to deal with uncertainty and difficulties, and cultivate lasting peace. Thus, by embracing acceptance and developing resilience, the Stoics not only faced life with greater serenity, but also contributed to a richer and more meaningful existence. These practices offer not only a way to endure life, but also to celebrate it, recognizing that each challenge faced is an opportunity for personal growth. Live in the present. One of the greatest lessons of Stoicism is the importance of living in the present. The Stoics believed that true happiness can only be found in the here and now because the past is gone and the future is uncertain. Living in the present is more than a practice of mindfulness. It is a deep recognition that life in its fullness occurs at the present moment. Focus on the here and now. Distractions of the past and anxieties about the future are common sources of restlessness and suffering. Often, our minds are lost in regrets or nostalgia for what was, or consumed by worries or anticipations of what will be. The Stoics teach us that these mental states not only alienate us from immediate reality, but also prevent us from acting effectively. Living in the present involves a continuous exercise of bringing awareness to the present moment. This means closely observing our thoughts and emotions without being dominated by them. The Stoic practice of paying attention to one's own perceptions and reactions teaches us not to be mere spectators of our lives, but active participants, capable of making conscious choices at every moment. Appreciation for everyday life. In addition to focusing on the present moment, the Stoics also valued the ability to find joy in the small things in life. For example, Marcus Aurelius, one of the most well-known philosopher-emperors and Stoics, often wrote about the importance of appreciating small pleasures, such as the warmth of the sun, the company of friends, or the simple accomplishment of daily work. This appreciation for the everyday is deeply connected to the Stoic concept that everything necessary for happiness already exists within us and around us. The pursuit of external and material pleasures is seen as a distraction that takes us away from the true source of contentment, which is the acceptance and appreciation of the present. Exercises to cultivate presence. Morning reflection. The Stoics practiced what we can call morning reflection, a moment of contemplation about the day ahead, aimed at preparing the mind to focus on the day's tasks and interactions with full attention and virtue. Meditation on impermanence. A powerful practice to anchor in the present is to meditate on the impermanence of all things. This contemplation helps to value the current moment and to release the worry about what is transitory. Gratitude journal. Keeping a gratitude journal, where you record positive experiences and feelings from daily life, can significantly increase awareness and appreciation for the present. The impact of presence on overall well-being. Living in the present has a profound impact on overall well-being. Modern studies in psychology and neuroscience have shown that the practice of mindfulness, which has many similarities with the Stoic approach of living in the present, can reduce stress, improve concentration and mental health, and increase overall life satisfaction. Thus, by adopting the Stoic perspective of living in the present, we not only improve our ability to deal with life's demands, but also elevate our life experience to a deeper and more satisfying level. Truly living in the present is an art that, once mastered, can offer us clarity, peace, and joy that transcend external circumstances, allowing us to find meaning and beauty in every moment lived. Virtue as a guide. Within Stoic philosophy, virtue is not just a moral ideal, it is the primary criterion for a good life. The Stoics believe that virtue is sufficient for happiness, which means that a virtuous life, guided by reason and ethics, is the true source of joy and satisfaction. This conception of virtue encompasses 4 cardinal qualities: wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Wisdom. This is the ability to understand what is good and what is bad, and to know how to act according to this knowledge. Stoic wisdom also involves the skill to navigate life's complexities, making choices that promote personal and collective well-being. Justice. It implies treating others with equality, respect, and kindness, and acting with integrity in all interactions. For the Stoics, practicing justice means contributing to the harmony and well-being of the community. Courage. It is not just bravery in the face of danger, but also the strength to face adversity, the discipline to maintain integrity under pressure, and the resilience to persist despite challenges. Moderation. The ability to govern desires and emotions to avoid excesses. Stoic moderation involves finding a healthy balance in all areas of life, avoiding the pitfalls of excess. Practical application of virtues. Practicing these virtues requires constant reflection and conscious decisions in response to various life situations. The Stoics advocate the idea that every decision is an opportunity to exercise one or more of these virtues. For example, facing a difficult situation with calm and perspective demands courage, while making a decision that benefits others, even when inconvenient for us, exemplifies justice. Virtue and happiness. The Stoics see the pursuit of virtue not as an external moral obligation, but as a path to authentic self-fulfillment. By living according to virtues, we cultivate an internal state of contentment and serenity that is not easily shaken by external vicissitudes. This virtuous view of life transforms the focus of our aspirations, moving them from the desire for external rewards to valuing internal qualities and personal growth. Virtue as a path to resilience. In addition to providing a sense of direction and purpose, living a virtuous life strengthens us against adversities. The constant practice of virtue creates a solid emotional and mental foundation that allows us to face life's storms with greater calm and determination. Thus, when the Stoics assert that virtue is sufficient for happiness, they refer to this inherent ability to deal with life in a balanced and full way, regardless of external circumstances. Therefore, embracing virtue as a guide is essential not only to living a moral life, but also to achieving deep personal satisfaction and resilience. It is an invitation to look beyond the superficial and material and find wealth and abundance in one's own qualities and actions. The importance of self-knowledge. In Stoic philosophy, Self-knowledge is valued as an essential tool for living a virtuous and fulfilling life. It involves a deep understanding of our own motivations, emotions, strengths, and weaknesses. Through self-knowledge, we can make more informed and aligned decisions with our core values, which is crucial for cultivating serenity and resilience in the face of life's adversities. Exploring the concept of self-knowledge. This process includes not only awareness of one's own thoughts and feelings, but also a critical evaluation of how our perceptions and biases can distort our view of reality. Thus, cultivating self-knowledge is not just about understanding who we are, but also understanding how we operate within the broader context of life and human relationships. Practical tools to develop self-knowledge reflection journal. The Stoics were adept at keeping reflection journals, where they recorded their thoughts, emotions, and lessons learned from daily experiences. This practice helps to identify patterns of thought and behavior, facilitating better self-understanding. End-of-day conscience examination. Similar to the reflection journal, the end-of-day conscience examination involves reviewing the day before sleeping to assess what was done well and what could be improved. This practice encourages honesty with oneself and promotes personal growth. Meditation and mindfulness. Meditation and mindfulness techniques are useful for cultivating greater awareness of the present and full attention to internal states. This allows for a greater connection with one's own emotions and thoughts without prior judgment. Benefits of self-knowledge for Stoic life. With profound self-knowledge, the Stoics believe we can live more harmoniously with the laws of nature and society. This is because, by understanding our own reactions and emotions, we can manage them more effectively and avoid being dominated by irrational impulses or desires for revenge. Additionally, self-knowledge strengthens our ability to face challenges and changes, allowing us to proactively adjust our strategies and behaviors. Self-knowledge and human interconnection. Although self-knowledge is a deeply personal process, it also has a significant social component. Knowing oneself better equips us to interact more effectively and empathetically with others. This is essential for practicing Stoic justice and benevolence, which are fundamental for building and maintaining healthy relationships and robust communities. Therefore, for the Stoics, self-knowledge is not only a means of individual self-development, but also a vital tool for positively contributing to society. Through it, we are able to live a more deliberate, conscious, and ultimately more meaningful life. Control of emotions. Control of emotions is one of the most central practices in Stoicism, emphasizing the importance of managing emotional responses in a way that promotes reason and tranquility. For the Stoics, emotions are not just reactions, but judgments we make about our circumstances, and therefore, something we can and should consciously control to live a virtuous life. Techniques for emotional management in Stoicism, rational distancing. A fundamental technique is rational distancing, which involves observing your emotions as if you were a third party, not allowing passions to dominate your mind. This allows for a more objective evaluation of your emotions and the choice of a more thoughtful response. Premeditation of adversities. Another Stoic strategy is the premeditation of adversities, which prepares the mind for potential negative events, reducing the emotional impact when they actually occur. This practice develops emotional resilience over time. Cognitive reframing. It consists of reviewing and adjusting the judgments that generate disturbing emotions. For example, instead of seeing criticism as a personal attack, a Stoic might interpret it as an opportunity for learning and growth. Benefits of emotional control. Controlling emotions in a Stoic manner allows for a calmer life, less disturbed by emotional fluctuations. This not only reduces stress and anxiety, but also improves interpersonal relationships, as a less reactive and more deliberate person is generally more pleasant and trustworthy to others. Additionally, the ability to control emotions facilitates decision-making, as choices made under the influence of strong emotions can lead to mistakes and regrets. Modern applications of Stoic emotional control. Although Stoicism is an ancient philosophy, its practices of emotional control are extremely relevant in the contemporary world. In an era marked by rapid changes and frequent stress, learning to manage our emotions is essential for maintaining mental well-being and personal effectiveness. Many modern cognitive behavioral therapy techniques have roots in Stoic practices, demonstrating the longevity and effectiveness of these teachings. Therefore, the Stoic practice of emotional control is not only a strategy for personal tranquility, but an essential component for achieving success and harmony in all areas of life. Mastering our emotions equips us to face challenges, improve relationships, and live with a deeper sense of purpose and satisfaction. The power of gratitude. Within Stoicism, gratitude is seen not only as a feeling of recognition, but as a powerful mental practice that transforms our perception of life and strengthens our ability to face challenges. The Stoics emphasize gratitude not as a matter of courtesy, but as a way to enhance appreciation for the present and the abundance already existing in our lives, thus cultivating an attitude of contentment and resilience. Stoic concept of gratitude. Gratitude involves recognizing and valuing the virtues, people, and positive circumstances in our lives. They advocate that we should be grateful not only for the good things, but also for the challenges and difficulties, as each situation offers an opportunity for growth and learning. This broad perspective on gratitude helps develop an attitude of serenity and satisfaction, regardless of external conditions. Stoic practices to develop gratitude. Daily meditations. The Stoics recommend setting aside time each day to reflect on life's blessings. This can involve thinking about the people who positively influenced your day, the skills you were able to exercise, or even being grateful for the simple gift of life. Contemplation of nature. Nature plays a central role in Stoic philosophy. Contemplating the beauty of nature and the order of the universe can be a profound source of gratitude, reminding us of the smallness of our individual concerns in the face of the vastness of the cosmos. Recognition of adversities as lessons. Every adversity or challenge is seen as a teacher. Being grateful for these difficulties means valuing the lessons they bring, reinforcing personal resilience and wisdom. Benefits of Stoic gratitude. Gratitude, when practiced regularly, can reduce stress, increase life satisfaction, and strengthen emotional well-being. Modern research supports this idea, showing that gratitude can improve mental health, promote healthier relationships, and even increase longevity. Additionally, Stoic gratitude helps create a barrier against negativity and disillusionment, cultivating a more positive and proactive attitude towards life's ups and downs. By recognizing the value in all experiences, we transform our interaction with the world, adopting a more balanced and optimistic view. In summary, Stoic gratitude is a powerful lever for personal transformation. It allows us to recognize and value all aspects of life, encouraging a more harmonious and happy approach. By integrating gratitude into our daily practices, we open the doors to a fuller and more satisfying life, filled with peace and purpose. Transforming fear into courage. Within Stoic philosophy, facing and transforming fear into courage is seen as one of the most valuable forms of self-development. The Stoics understand fear as a natural emotion, but also as an opportunity to demonstrate virtue, specifically courage. They argue that by directly confronting our fears, we can not only overcome them, but also strengthen our character and resilience. Stoic understanding of fear. The Stoics believe that fear often results from incorrect judgment or a distorted perception of reality. For example, we may fear losing something we consider essential for our happiness, when in fact, our happiness does not depend on external conditions. Therefore, the key to overcoming fear, according to the Stoics, is the rational reevaluation of the situations that cause us fear. Stoic strategies to face fear. Premeditation of adversities. This practice involves visualizing the worst possible scenarios and rationally preparing for them. By doing so, we reduce the emotional impact of these fears, as we have already contemplated and accepted their possible consequences. Deconstruction of fear. Critically analyzing the source of fear, questioning its validity and foundations. This often reveals that many of our fears are unfounded or exaggerated. Gradual exposure. Gradually exposing oneself to the object of fear can help diminish its intensity. This technique is similar to modern behavioral therapies, which show that continuous and controlled exposure is effective in treating phobias. Benefits of Stoic courage. Transforming fear into courage allows the Stoics to face life with greater confidence and less anxiety. Courage does not eliminate risk or the possibility of pain, but equips the individual with the strength to accept and deal with adversities. This results in a more active and less avoidant life, where decisions are made based on values and reason, not fear. Practical applications of courage in daily life. This transformation of fear into courage can be applied in various contexts, from facing professional challenges to addressing difficult personal issues. For example, an individual can use courage to initiate a necessary conversation, despite the fear of conflict, or to pursue a new career, despite the fear of failure. Courage and virtue. Courage, being one of the 4 cardinal virtues of Stoicism, is deeply linked to the other virtues. Demonstrating courage often involves exercising wisdom, moderation, and justice. Therefore, the practice of courage positively impacts all areas of a Stoic's life, promoting holistic and continuous character growth. Transforming fear into courage is essential to living a complete Stoic life. By facing fears with courage, we not only conquer these fears, but also develop a greater understanding of ourselves and our potential. Courage opens paths to new experiences and learnings, promoting a life of fulfillment and continuous growth. The art of detachment. The art of detachment is fundamental in Stoic philosophy, helping adherents cultivate a healthy relationship with possessions, people, and even their own emotions. This principle promotes personal freedom and serenity, as it detaches peace of mind from external and uncontrollable conditions. Stoic foundations of detachment. Detachment does not mean indifference or total renunciation of possessions or relationships. Instead, it is an emotional moderation that allows us to appreciate and engage with the world without becoming dependent on it for happiness. The Stoics emphasize that while we can enjoy things, we should not rely on them for our personal satisfaction. Stoic practices to develop detachment. Distinction between preferable and necessary. The Stoics make a clear distinction between what is preferable and what is truly necessary for life. This helps moderate attachment to material goods and aspirations, focusing on the essential. Reflection on impermanence. Regularly contemplating the impermanence of all things helps maintain a healthy perspective on possession and attachment. This includes recognizing that relationships, health, and even life are temporary. Emotional self-sufficiency. Cultivating an attitude of emotional self-sufficiency, where happiness is derived more from internal qualities than from external circumstances. This strengthens the ability to remain equanimous in different situations. Benefits of Stoic detachment. Detachment, when well practiced, leads to a life of less anxiety and greater peace of mind. Freeing oneself from the need to control the uncontrollable reduces stress and promotes a constant state of contentment, regardless of external turbulence. The art of detachment, therefore, is not just an exercise in renunciation, but a path to a richer and more meaningful life, allowing for an existence guided by reason, virtue, and true peace. The balance between desire and moderation. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of finding a healthy balance between desire and moderation. This concept not only relates to restricting behaviors and appetites, but also to managing our aspirations and expectations, fundamental for maintaining peace of mind and inner harmony. Stoic understanding of desire and moderation. The Stoics understand that desires are not inherently bad. They are natural drivers that can lead to action and achievement. However, when uncontrolled, they can become sources of suffering and discontent. Therefore, moderation is seen as an essential virtue that helps regulate our desires, ensuring they are aligned with reason and moral virtues. Stoic practices to balance desire and moderation. Regular self-examination. A diligent Stoic practices regular self-examination to assess their desires and aspirations. This habit helps identify when desires are beginning to exceed healthy limits and when moderation needs to be reinforced. Establishing clear intentions. Before acting, the Stoics carefully consider their intentions. They ask themselves if their actions are motivated by superficial desires or by virtuous goals. This serves to align their actions with their core values. Cultivating gratitude. Practicing gratitude helps diminish the constant need for more by appreciating what one already has. This contributes to a healthy balance between wanting and having. Benefits of balanced desire. Keeping desires under control allows for greater personal freedom. Without being tied to passions and whims, the Stoic can live a more deliberate and purposeful life. Additionally, moderation protects against the chronic dissatisfaction that accompanies constant desire for new acquisitions or experiences. The role of moderation in social life. Moderation also plays an important social role. By avoiding excesses, we contribute to a fairer and more sustainable society. Furthermore, by demonstrating moderation, the Stoics set an example of ethical and responsible behavior, promoting values such as self-discipline and consideration for others. Moderation as freedom. Finally, in Stoicism, moderation is not seen just as a limitation, but as a form of freedom. By restricting desires that cause disturbance and focusing on those that bring true satisfaction, the Stoics find freedom to follow a happier and more fulfilled path of life. Thus, the balance between desire and moderation is fundamental not only for personal and emotional health, but also as a compass that guides the Stoics to live according to their ethical principles, cultivating a life filled with purpose and inner peace. The importance of empathy. Within the Stoic view, empathy plays an essential role in developing a virtuous life and promoting social harmony. While Stoic philosophy emphasizes self-sufficiency and internal control, it also recognizes the importance of understanding and appropriately responding to others' emotions, thus facilitating deeper and more meaningful relationships. Perspective on empathy. Empathy is seen as a natural extension of justice and benevolence, fundamental virtues for harmonious coexistence. It involves the ability to understand others' emotions and perspectives, not to be dominated by these emotions, but to respond in a conscious and considered manner. Stoic empathy is grounded in the recognition of the shared rationality among all human beings, thus promoting a sense of connection and mutual responsibility. Stoic practices to cultivate empathy. Active listening. Listening attentively and without judgment is fundamental to developing empathy. The Stoics practice active listening to truly understand others' concerns and feelings, allowing for a more appropriate and compassionate response. Reflection on common human condition. Meditating on the shared experiences and challenges faced by all human beings helps foster empathy. This practice leads to the awareness that everyone faces similar struggles, strengthening the desire to support and help others. Empathic imagination. Trying to put oneself in another's place, imagining what it would be like to live their experiences, is a powerful technique for developing empathy. This helps to better understand others' reactions and decisions, even when they differ from one's own. Benefits of empathy in Stoic life. Cultivating empathy allows the Stoics not only to live in greater harmony with others, but also to promote a more just and charitable community. Empathy stimulates acts of kindness and help, aligning individual actions with the greater good. Additionally, the ability to understand others helps resolve conflicts and find more equitable solutions to common problems. Empathy and Stoic leadership. Empathy is also an essential quality for leadership, as exemplified by Stoic leaders like Marcus Aurelius. An empathetic leader can inspire trust and loyalty, creating an environment where individuals feel valued and understood. This not only improves organizational effectiveness, but also promotes a positive and productive work environment. Empathy as a path to inner peace. Beyond external benefits, empathy contributes to the inner peace of the Stoics. Understanding and sharing others' joys and sufferings diminishes the tendency towards selfishness and isolation, promoting a more integrated and satisfying life. By cultivating empathy, the Stoics find a profound sense of connection and purpose, which is essential for a fulfilled and virtuous life. Empathy is more than just a tool for improving social interactions. It is a vital extension of Stoic practice that enriches both personal and collective life, anchoring actions in a deep sense of understanding and mutual care. The beauty of simplicity. In Stoic philosophy, simplicity is much more than a minimalist lifestyle. It is a fundamental orientation that permeates all aspects of existence. Simplicity helps to focus on the essential, eliminating the superfluous that often complicates and distracts. For the Stoics, cultivating simplicity is a way to promote clarity, efficiency, and inner peace. The virtue of simplicity. The Stoics believe that simplicity contributes to virtue by reducing external dependencies and promoting self-sufficiency. Living simply is not just about possessing less, but desiring less, which diminishes worries and distractions. This frees the mind and spirit to focus on life's true priorities, such as personal development, human relationships, and contributing to the community. Stoic practices to achieve simplicity. Reevaluation of needs. Regularly, the Stoics question what they really need to live. They distinguish between needs and desires and strive to meet the former while controlling or eliminating the latter. This helps maintain a straightforward and more focused life. Limitation of consumption. Conscious consumption is a Stoic practice that avoids excess and unnecessary accumulation. By buying or using only what is necessary, the Stoics promote a lighter existence, less tied to cycles of consumption and waste. Simplification of daily activities. The Stoics seek ways to simplify their routines and commitments. This may involve eliminating activities that do not add significant value to life, freeing up more time for those that truly matter. Benefits of simplicity. Simplicity brings numerous practical and spiritual benefits. It facilitates decision-making, reduces stress, and promotes greater agility in daily life. On a deeper level, a simple life is synonymous with a less anxious life, as when we reduce our material attachments, we also reduce the fear of loss. Simplicity and human relationships. Simplicity also enriches personal relationships. By focusing less on possessions and more on people, the Stoics cultivate more authentic and deeper relationships. This is essential for a cohesive community and the emotional well-being of its members. Simplicity is freedom. Finally, Stoic simplicity is a form of freedom. Freeing oneself from excessive desires and unnecessary complications allows for greater freedom of thought and action. This freedom is fundamental to living according to one's principles and responding flexibly and creatively to life's challenges. Therefore, simplicity in the Stoic view is not a limitation, but a means to achieve a richer and more meaningful existence. By adopting a simple lifestyle, the Stoics find more space to cultivate virtues, appreciate the present, and positively contribute to the world around them. The power of persistence. In Stoic philosophy, persistence is celebrated as an essential virtue that allows us to face obstacles and maintain our commitment to principles and goals, even in the face of challenges. The Stoics see persistence not just as a means to achieve goals, but as a reflection of character strength and the resolution to live according to Stoic ideals of virtue and self-discipline. Stoic understanding of persistence. Persisting is much more than just keeping on trying. It is a commitment to personal excellence and moral integrity. True persistence involves maintaining calm and rationality even when circumstances are challenging. This requires not just physical or mental endurance, but also a deep understanding that the value of persistence lies in the ability to remain faithful to your principles. Stoic practices to develop persistence focus on internal control. The Stoics emphasize the importance of concentrating on what is within our control. Persistence is fueled by the conviction that although we cannot always control outcomes, we can always control our actions and reactions. Premeditation of obstacles. Anticipating challenges and mentally preparing for them is a Stoic technique that strengthens persistence. By visualizing potential obstacles, we become less susceptible to being caught off guard and more capable of maintaining our composure and determination. Strengthening the will through physical and mental exercises. Physical exercises and disciplinary practices, such as meditation, help strengthen the will and the ability to resist fatigue, both physical and emotional. These practices promote a robust mind and body, essential for persistence. Benefits of Stoic persistence. Persistence enables not only the achievement of goals, but also continuous personal development. It teaches valuable lessons about patience, humility, and the importance of continuous effort. Additionally, by persisting in the face of adversities, we cultivate greater resilience and a profound sense of personal fulfillment and satisfaction. Persistence and community. Besides personal benefits, persistence has significant community value. By demonstrating persistence, the Stoics serve as models of strength and dedication. This can inspire others to adopt a more disciplined and determined approach in their own lives, promoting a more resilient and committed society. The greater meaning of persistence. In Stoicism, persistence is also a way of expressing gratitude for life and the challenges it presents. Through persistence, the Stoics affirm that every obstacle is an opportunity to practice and refine Stoic virtues, transforming life's experiences into a continuous journey of growth and moral improvement. Therefore, persistence in the Stoic view is not just a strategy to face difficulties. It is a way of living that values constancy, courage, and unwavering commitment to an ethical and meaningful way of life. The gratification of self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency is a central pillar of Stoic philosophy, emphasizing personal independence and resilience. The Stoics believe that cultivating self-sufficiency not only strengthens the individual against life's vicissitudes, but also promotes greater freedom and peace of mind. Through this virtue, they seek to minimize external dependencies, finding satisfaction and contentment within themselves. Stoic concept of self-sufficiency. From the Stoic perspective, being self-sufficient means having the ability to meet one's essential needs through internal resources, such as wisdom, willpower, and self-discipline. This does not imply complete isolation or rejection of social contributions, but emphasizes the importance of not overly relying on the external for happiness and well-being. Stoic practices to cultivate self-sufficiency. Development of personal skills. Learning and improving skills that increase personal autonomy is a key focus. This can include practical skills, such as cooking and basic repairs, as well as intellectual and emotional competencies. Emotional autonomy. Strengthening the ability to manage one's emotions is essential for Stoic self-sufficiency. This involves cultivating emotional resilience and the ability to find contentment in one's own achievements and personal progress. Simplification of life. Reducing the complexity of daily life and material desires helps to focus on essential needs, increasing self-sufficiency. This includes adopting a simpler lifestyle and focusing on living according to internal values rather than seeking external validation. Benefits of Stoic self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency promotes incomparable freedom, freeing the individual from the shackles of consumerism and social expectations. This leads to a more authentic life, aligned with one's values and ideals. Additionally, it increases the ability to face adversities with confidence and serenity, knowing that one can rely on their own resources. Social impact of self-sufficiency. Although self-sufficiency is focused on the individual, it also has profound social impacts. It promotes a more resilient community that is less dependent on external solutions for personal and collective challenges. Moreover, self-sufficient individuals are able to contribute more significantly to the common good, as they are less preoccupied with their own basic needs. Self-sufficiency as an expression of freedom. In the Stoic view, self-sufficiency is a form of personal freedom. By developing internal independence, the Stoics affirm their freedom against external circumstances and strengthen their commitment to a virtuous life. This provides a sense of control over one's destiny, fostering a more fulfilled and meaningful existence. Therefore, the gratification of self-sufficiency, as proposed by Stoicism, is not merely about achieving a state of self-reliance. It is a profound realization that by cultivating virtues and independence, one can live a life of true freedom and satisfaction. Conclusion. As we explore the principles of Stoicism, we discover that this ancient philosophy offers valuable tools to face the uncertainties and challenges of modern life. Practices such as ataraxia, mastery of the will, resilience, and simplicity equip us to live more fully and focused. By cultivating these virtues, we can strengthen our capacity to overcome adversities, control our emotions, and live according to our deepest values. Stoicism teaches us to value self-sufficiency, moderation, and empathy, transforming not only our own lives, but also improving the communities we belong to. By adopting a Stoic approach to daily life, we gain not only tranquility and personal satisfaction, but also become examples of integrity and virtue in a world that urgently needs these qualities. If you found value in this video and wish to continue exploring how ancient Stoic practices can be applied to your life, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Here, we will continue our journey of self-discovery and personal growth, bringing content that enlightens, inspires, and empowers. Click the subscribe button, activate the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming videos, and join a community that seeks to live more consciously and balanced. Thank you for watching, and we hope you take these lessons to cultivate a life of meaning and serenity. Until the next video,